Well, we're back from our tour of Chapman Construction, a place familiar with both of our guests here who have just joined us. We're going to continue with our green theme right now, and I'm happy to welcome into the studio two local environmental gurus who've worked closely with us over the past several years. We have Peter Smith, who is chairman of the Chamber's Environmental Committee and also with Green Decade, and Michael Grice, who is a member of the Environment Committee and with Green Needham. Green Decade, Green Needham, Newton and Needham, both represented. So thanks for being here with us today, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Peter, I'll start with you. You've been involved right from the beginning with the Chamber's Environment Committee. We formed it, I was doing some research, it's been almost 4 years now since we've had the committee in existence. And we were one of the first chambers in the country, I think, to do something like that. In terms of your involvement, what was the reason for getting involved in a committee that was working with business in the environment? Why the business angle?
Well, the Green Decade was formed 20 years ago, and we had always had a mandate to work with residents, with the government, and with businesses. Mm-hmm. And we had done some educational work with businesses early in our existence, but when we joined the Chamber 4 years ago, we really wanted to make an effort to use that as a way of making sure that businesses got involved. But also, I saw the opportunity there for the businesses themselves, because their bottom line can be affected by how well they do in terms of the environment. They can save a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Positive bottom line.
Positive impact on their bottom line. Right. And we've seen that happen. We'll talk about some specifics later in the program.
Great. And Michael, I know you've been involved with grassroots environmentalism for a long time in Needham. And why did you feel the need to connect with the business community?
Well, Tom, the Green Needham Collaborative, and that's the name, was formed intentionally to bring together residents, businesses, the government, the schools, folks from Olin College and the colleges into an action-oriented group. It was not about advocacy per se, but about getting things done by collaboration, because that's how we get things done in our community and in most communities. And the business community is an essential part of that because of the opportunities, the risks that they can mitigate by being part of this, and because of what they bring to the table in helping to create a more sustainable community.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think by working at the local level, it certainly makes an impact, and it's certainly an important way to get local businesses involved. I think businesses has made some significant strides in terms of this, but overall, would you say that they get it in terms of where they are environmentally?
I think it's still a challenge to reach them because they're busy doing things the way they always have done. But I see more and more businesses are getting involved, and we've seen people take advantage of the opportunities that the Chamber is giving them to get involved in our programs, in our education programs, coming to the luncheon that we have, coming to the 2 expos, and the third one that we're going to have this fall. Mm-hmm. So I see them stepping up to the plate and doing a good job.
Yeah. Are they where they need to be?
Well, I don't think anyone is where we need to be on sustainability, but increasingly at a national and international level, the business community is seeing the potential risks of not paying attention to sustainability as well as the opportunities. Mm-hmm. And it's part of our job, I think, to translate that to the local level. And the risks could be just simply things like the increasing costs of waste disposal, energy. And the opportunity can be the consumers looking for the products, the young people coming to the workplace who want to work at a company that works and thinks about these issues.
Right.
So that's our job at the local level. There's a lot going on nationally and internationally. We need to translate that for the local businesses and the local community.
Right. You mentioned some of the programs the Chamber has done where we've recognized businesses that have done the right thing environmentally and in sustainability. Can you give a couple of examples?
Well, for example, every year at the 3 lunches that we've had so far, we've honored businesses from Needham and from Newton who have done a great job environmentally. And for example, just this last luncheon that we had last week, we honored WS Development for their wonderful
Legacy Place project.
Legacy Place project that they did, and Motophoto, which is a very good example of a small business that was able to take advantage of a program that the Chamber called their attention to reduce their electrical energy, their lighting energy use, working through NSTAR, without it actually costing them anything to do that, because NSTAR gave them a year to pay back the small portion of the actual cost that was subsidized by NSTAR, and then and that was actually less than the amount of the drop in their bill. So they actually came out way ahead, and now they're saving money every year.
About $500 or $600 a year, I think.
Something
is what
like
I heard.
that, yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's an example of just a small company doing a small thing, but having an impact.
Yeah, and the Green Planet was in that same program, the Green Planet in Newton Highlands, and they saved something like $7,000 in electrical bills over a 3-year period. So it really makes a difference, even to the very small storefronts. You can save a lot of money depending on what kinds of existing lighting that you have. And Motophoto has gone on to do a lot of recycling. They do recycling of reusable cameras and film and other recycling projects. So they're a good example of what building awareness can do for even a very small storefront.
So let me give a quick plug then for the Chamber's Environment Committee. If a company is out there that wants to learn how to do this and doesn't know where to start, they can come to the Chamber, come to our committee, because we've got people on that committee, in addition to you folks, who have all sorts of resources and ideas on where they can get started.
Absolutely.
So we'll put that.
Absolutely.
And I think people saw it with Chapman Construction on the tour.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, a great
You
example.
saw what they've done. They were, I think, our first awardee in Newton.
That's right.
At the Chamber lunch.
That's right, and they're willing to share. I know that they're willing to share their
And I think
ideas.
we've thought broadly. Last year, we recognized Olin College.
Yeah.
They saved significant dollars in energy, and they're a fairly new facility. So
Right.
it really helps people broaden their view of what a business is and what it means to save energy, because that can apply to all sorts of institutional uses and businesses.
And they're not the only ones winning awards. Green Needham was recently recognized by the EPA.
Yes, we were one of each year for the last 30 years, the EPA has given an environmental sustainability award, environmental merit award
Yeah.
to individuals and organizations and businesses. And so we were honored this year, along with a lot of terrific organizations, individuals, and businesses for the work that we've done in our 10% challenge and on moving forward with renewable energy in the community, and really in a very short time, kind of, forgive the pun, energizing the whole community and building the awareness of what we can do together as a community. It was a ceremony at Faneuil Hall, and it was terrific.
Yeah, congratulations. I know it's well
Great.
deserved in being aware of what your organization does. Needham didn't win an award, but they were recognized by the state. Newton, rather, was recognized by the state as a green community. Can you talk a little bit about that, Peter?
Yeah, the new Green Community Act, Tom, there were some 35 communities that were recognized by the state. They had to go through a 5-step process to make sure that they had, first of all, enacted the stretch code, which reduced the amount of energy in any new construction and large renovations in the city. We also went through. There were 4 other steps, one of which was to make sure there was zoning for renewable energy manufacturing or actually producing renewable energy in the town. But we did all those steps, and now we're working furiously to submit for up to $1 million worth of state grants. There's $7 million statewide,
Right.
and all 35 of the municipalities that were accepted, that made the deadline to qualify as green communities, will be attempting to make that deadline and submit for that $7 million.
So there's sort of a green carrot at the end.
And we're doing the same thing in Needham, and I think people should understand this is a very progressive, really in a lot of ways very business friendly, because the energy stretch code, the objective is to reduce the life cycle costs of owning and managing facilities. So it's something that makes a lot of sense from a business and economic development point of view. It's an incredible piece of legislation. So we're not there yet, but we're working on it as well.
Right?
Quickly before we run out of time, I know we wanted to talk about the next event that the Chamber has about going green, which is going to be in the fall.
Right. On October 17th, Sunday, we're going to have a bunch of tents out in the Newton Center parking lot, and we're partnering with the Harvest Fair, which has been there for years, and there are a bunch of up to 8,000 people attend the 2-day Harvest Fair on Saturday and Sunday. We're going to be there on Sunday with green products and green services and businesses from all over who are providing these services, and it should be a really exciting event. we're very pleased to be partnering with the Newton Cultural Commission to do that.
Right, part of Harvest Fair, so it'll be a great day. All right, last question. Both communities are doing a lot, Newton and Needham. Which one's greener?
We better stay friendly on that.
I think we're both green.
It's a healthy competition?
It's a healthy
Absolutely.
competition.
Yeah,
Excellent.
but we share ideas with each other, and Green Needham is doing a great job, and we're really pleased that we're able to work with each other.
It's great to have an organization been around as long as Green Decade has. We do learn a lot from each other.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you both for being here, and thank you for all that both of your organizations are doing in the community and for all that you do at the Chamber. We really appreciate it. Peter, I know you were at Spring Seasonings this year. We are going to take a short break right now and show a clip from Spring Seasonings, which is one of the highlight events for the Chamber throughout the year. So we'll be back right after that.